Frank B interview, Jeff Styles, Talk Radio 102.3.
Is there any kind of way I can test or hear how it's going to sound before then? Okay.
Nope. You don't have to just trust it to go.
Okay.
We've done a lot of music in here, and generally it sounds pretty good. As a matter of fact, I wish we had an old tape on everything we've done in here. This is Smith Culture Center out there in MLK. Now, the reason I got confused about Tuesday is the album comes out on Tuesday for the regular folks out there. Smooth jazz, I guess, would be the category. Frank B is in the studio with us, and Frank, good morning to you, sir.
Good morning.
Very glad to have you.
Thank you for having me.
I've seen Frank perform, and I'm eager to get him on one of the stages that I have some pull with. Riverbend a little bit late this year, but we got hopes for Riverfront Nights and Riverbend next year. A really good sound. I said this morning, I used to do a jazz show on this very station years ago. It was called the Jazz Brunch on Sunday mornings, and it was right when the Breeze style format was beginning to kick in. 94Q down in Atlanta did jazz flavors. Oh, people loved it. Everybody in Atlanta was tuned into jazz flavors on Sunday nights. And how do you describe your music?
I would describe it as being, you know, a smooth jazz with R&B feel to it. It has an R&B feel. I've tried to really do something different that's kind of out of the box for smooth jazz.
Well, the reason I made this kind of mental knee-jerk thing, then I said kind of Kenny G, and then I cringed because I know that's an insult to some people because they think he's too much of a sellout. And I came back later and I said Grover Washington-esque. So yeah, I don't know. Either one I thought kind of fit. You know, and I didn't mean it to be an insult, but I know Kenny G is kind of like.
Yeah, like, you know, the thing about Kenny G, you have people that critique him, but he's playing with the music that he likes. I've met him before, and
sure.
I don't think that he's selling out. He just plays what he likes, and if you play an instrument, why do you have to play it a certain way?
Yeah.
You don't sing a certain way.
Now he plays the alto sax that he
plays soprano.
Soprano.
He plays and tenor. I play alto and soprano.
I was going to say now I'm looking at the actual cover, and you're playing
soprano.
A soprano, but you've got the tenor in here today.
The alto.
The alto in here today. Well, the one with the curve. Hey, you show I'm a musical. I love music, but I don't know much about it.
Cool.
Real quick, just a bio on you. From Chattanooga.
From Chattanooga, yeah, born and raised here. Started playing at age 11, and just really kind of kept it through middle school and high school. Was very competitive as a high school student. Went to honors band in UTK, and just really strived to be the best. And when I was a senior in high school, my parents actually spent a lot of money on that soprano that you see on that.
Yes, they
slide
did.
right
Yes, they did.
Yeah, they spent a few $1,000s, and I was like, oh man, this is just wonderful. And so that just really encouraged me to keep it on even after high school.
Very quickly, your heroes, the people, if you could get up on stage with them, the folks who do what you do and do it so well that you'd like to be like them or with them one day.
Wow, I'd like to be with Bonnie James, Gerald Albright, Kim Waters, Paul Taylor. They're saxophonists that are out there, and I think their music is awesome.
I've got the most recent Gerald Albright with all those great Stax covers he does. Man, it's good stuff.
Yeah.
Well, now, he didn't bring his band with him, but he does have his sax with him. And so we're just going to go a cappella here in the studio for a second. Does this thing does it have a title, or you just going to riff?
I'm just going to play something. This isn't a
We don't know what it is.
I'm just going to kind of improvise.
Okay, well, the album CD comes out on Tuesday, closed sessions. The party tomorrow night, Bessie Smith Hall, MLK. Doors open about 7, and they'll be partying until 11. And tickets available at Styles with a Y on the 9th. And you can also go to frankbjazz.com. All right, fire away, brother. And Nathan, you just make sure we're all mic'd up in here, and we'll be ready to go.
All right.
And this is Frank B live in the studio on the Talkmaster 102.3. And folks, there is a reason they do call it a saxophone. I mean, you can just see belly rubbing going on when it's just nothing but the instrument itself. Frank B in the studio with us, and I always say there's a handful of instruments that if everybody's sitting around jamming around the campfire or in the studio waiting for something to happen, that changes the sound of the whole session. Pedal steel is one, sax is another. It's like everything alters when it jumps in. I'm sure you've seen that happen more than a few times.
Yeah, a few times. Yeah. You can't do that, what I just did on the tuba.
No, you can't. Of course, you can't dot the I for the Ohio State Marching Band with a sax either, I guess. All right, Frank B, the album, Closed Sessions, comes out Tuesday. You get a sneak preview down Saturday at the Bessie Smith Hall. And man, I just wish you guys the best.
Hey, were we going to give away some tickets?
Yeah, we got some tickets to give away. All right, well, let's make sure we do that. All right, if you make sure, I'll talk to manager Mr. Stubbs over here, Mike Stubbs, who's been really good about hooking us up. I'm gonna let you guys basically move on about your busy day, but I'll make sure those get given away. Thank you so much, and I wish you the best. Hope you sell 1 million albums.
Thank you,
and
sir.
We'll be talking later about getting you down to one of our stages. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.